Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome to 2012, which some people say is the end of the world, and I'm going to say it's the fucking beginning. Okay, I know it's been way too long since I've had a Shut Up Jason, and people have been emailing me like crazy, and I've been trying to answer all of the emails, and I've been trying to do stuff, and here's the thing. When I left my last job, I figured this will be great because it'll give me more time to, converse with you guys and work on my blog and work with John and work with this. The problem wound up being that the word got out that I was freelance, and so my phone's been kind of ringing off the hook, and I'm just a boy who can't say no. So consequently, I've got about 20 gigs going on right now. Some of them are in the adult industry, some of them are in the mainstream industry, some of them are really weird, like web design things, which, I mean, there's all, I got my fingers in so many pies. I feel like someone with his fingers in a lot of pies. And then I figured, okay, so the week before Christmas, I'm going to come back to LA, I'm going to have all sorts of time, it'll be terrific. And then I kind of worked myself into the ground, and I got kind of sick, and consequently I wound up sort of being curled up in bed for a couple of weeks trying to recover from the exhaustion that I collapsed from. Which was a whole lot of fun. I actually highly recommend that, by the way. It was great. It was really terrific. And then because of that whole thing, I wound up losing my voice. So I did a bunch of Shut Up Jason videos last week, and I sounded kind of like a mixture between Rod Stewart, Kim Carnes, Kate Jackson, and Bonnie Tyler, and it was kind of disturbing. So I decided not to release those, and I'm going to redo them all. Especially since I kind of gave sort of questionable advice to one person, and this is probably really bad. I shouldn't have called him a fucktard. Anyway, the point is, welcome to 2012. We're going to make this one a really quick one because I'm going to come right back on and do another one just to discuss stuff. But essentially, the really wonderful thing about this year is that I'm going to restart all sorts of stuff. The currently existing jasonmark.com is about to get removed and replaced. I decided that I want a sort of outlet for my non-porn stuff, because a lot of people don't know I actually do a lot of just sort of art photography just kind of for fun, and it doesn't necessarily have cock in it, and it's my wonderful creative outlet, and I have felt recently that I really need to restoke those fires. So that's been a whole lot of fun. Sorry, I'm just making sure that my breakfast isn't burning here. And I'm also going to be hitting the gym a lot more than I had before, because over the last 3 months I pretty much got totally unhealthy and out of shape, which is why I wound up curled up in a little sick ball over the holidays, which kind of sucked, but it also gave me an excuse to like not have to overextend myself and go to too many parties, so that was kind of cool too. So I'm gonna make those changes. I will finally, because remember I started that book club website like 4 months ago and thinking, oh, this is really cool, I'm gonna be able to, no, I never got the chance to do it because I was so busy, doing other stuff and pornicating with other companies and all that. That is no longer going to be on the back burner. John and I are moving that one up, and then the safe for work version of Gay Daily Hot, which we'll hopefully have news for that in about a month. There's all sorts of other fun little side projects, and then yes, as of about a week and a half ago, I am now the proud owner of a gay porn pay site. I'm only part owner. It's AdamRusso.xxx.com is the address, and it's obviously starring Adam Russo, but he and I are doing it together. Now, I did not produce or really have anything to do with any of the content that's up there at the moment, but I designed the site, and he and I are working together on a lot of stuff. We just directed our first scene together on New Year's Day, I know everybody else is like waking up and dealing with hangovers, and I go to the Oxballs Dildo Factory and shoot a porn movie. Partially, by the way, on old school, like actual film with the crank, because I got one of those old school movie cameras that you actually use like a crank with, and so I'm like, I gotta shoot some porn with this. So hopefully by next week we'll have the fruits of those labors, which I'm kind of looking forward to. So this is going to be a year of renaissance for me, and I invite you all to come along, which means that, you know, all of those things that you always kind of wish that you did, and for whatever reason you just don't make time for them, and you don't you wind up doing the things you should do, and you don't sort of look after your own mental, physical, personal needs. Your family and your inner guy kind of winds up suffering because you're so busy working and doing all those responsible things and all the things that you should do instead of the things that you want. Well, this year we're not going to do that. The Mayans decided that the old ways are going to end and the new ways are going to start. I don't know, I'm getting all fucking new agey hippy dippy with that shit. My breakfast is almost ready, and I'm not going to eat in front of you, but I do want to thank every single one of you who watches my videos and gets a kick out of what I do and sort of understands my sick sense of humor. And I also really want to thank everybody for all the encouragement and all of the support and all of the fun that we've had doing this. And when I started to reassess everything just recently, I realized that one of the things that I get just an unbelievable amount of joy out of is Gay Daily Hot. Not just because it gives me an outlet to just, you know, let my inner pig fly, but because I wind up, you know, interacting with so many of you guys, so that's good. Oh, and finally, Daddy Centaur, you've sent me a couple of emails talking about how you got blocked from posting comments. You didn't get but nobody has been blocked from posting comments other than spammers. So if you're having trouble with that, and I'm trying to email you back and I'm not hearing from you, it's just, so I don't know. But he, like, the Daddy Centaur guy was like one of my favorite comment leavers on the site. And I keep trying to email him back and say, what's the problem you're having? I don't understand, because maybe it's something to do with the new comment system that we put in, which was supposed to make everything a whole lot easier, and I don't know, maybe it hasn't. So let me know. Leave some comments. And everybody keep asking me questions. We're going to talk again in a little bit, because I wanted to do 3 minutes, but, you know, shut up, Jason.